All right, first episode of Undiluted, people. Let's go. Hello, how you doing? I want to welcome you to my show. This is the very first edition of Undiluted. The purpose of this show is we're going to discuss many sci-fi movies, Marvel movies, DC, things you see on TV, the CW, the Flash. I love the Flash. I'm now currently watching The Passage, which is this upcoming Monday is going to be the 2-hour season finale. But mainly this channel is going to be about just talking about movies. I'm a big comic book fan. I love the Marvel movies. I love what Kevin Feige is doing. I love all the characters. Iron Man is one of my favorite. Thor, Captain America, the Big Three, the Hulk. I want to ask you before I go any further, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Any of your following would be very much appreciated. I'm also going to tell you this is a spoiler. I'm going to talk about the newest movie that came out from Marvel, and that's going to be Captain Marvel. I did go see it today. It was very interesting. I've heard a lot of both negative and positive critiques, and so I decided to go today, and this is my version, my opinion of what I saw. The movie, if I had to rate it from a 7, if I had to rate it from a 1 to a 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, I would give it a 7, 7.5, kind of, sort of, maybe an 8, not sure. But it was some parts, it was a little slow, and there were some parts where it actually kicked up that it was pretty good. What I liked about it was an origin story. If you can remember, in some parts Iron Man was a little slow, but when they finally got to the part where he made the Mark II, and he flew over to that other country and saved the people and destroyed his weapons, that's when it picked up. Same can be said for this movie. It started off with the origin. Her and Jude Law, her trainer from the Kree Empire, they were training each other. She was having dreams and flashbacks when she was on Earth, but she couldn't quite put it together. Also, it showed, in addition to her powers, she was saying in the movie, later on in the movie when she got to Earth, when she was first meeting Samuel Jackson, she said that she had a photon blast. Didn't quite know how she got those powers because at that point in the movie, it didn't tell us. So later on in the movie, we found out that a Kree scientist came earlier, a few years earlier, probably, I'm not sure how many years exactly it was. I think it was, she was like a spy kind of from the Kree Empire, and she discovered a power source, which you later found out is the Tesseract. And she hides the Tesseract from the Kree because during her investigation, she found out that she was fighting for the wrong side. That actually the Kree were the evil people, and the Skrulls were actually the good people. So that's the twist that you're not going to see until probably between the second and third act of the movie, is that the Skrulls are in fact the good people. At first, they're going to kind of throw you off because you can't really tell because they're aggressive. They have Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel. They have her in their laboratory, and they're like probing her mind with this machine, and she got to fight her way out of there. And when she finally escapes from there, she lands on Earth in a blockbuster, and it's a little funny how she goes through and walks through and kind of looks at a movie and flips over the back like we all used to do back in the 90s. But that was kind of cute. But overall, as the movie progresses, it's kind of slow and kind of fast. It's a movie about friendship, movie about family, because she, when she finally gets back to Earth, and her and Samuel Jackson are going through their steps to try and find the scientist, who is actually Marvel, the scientist from the Kree Empire. They're trying to find her, but then they find out that she's dead, and now they're trying to find her laboratory, which we think is somewhere on Earth, but we find out that it's not on Earth. It's in orbit around the Earth, and it's on some kind of cloaking device. So once they get all that, Then we find out in Captain Marvel and Samuel Jackson, Agent Fury, realizes that the Skrulls need help, and they befriend them. And Jude Law and his team, they come and they track down with the help of a homing beacon that Captain Marvel activates when she first lands on Earth. They're able to track her down and then get to a fight, and she finally realizes her power and potential, and she kicks all their butts. And then at this part she can't fly. She don't know she can fly. Then once she comes to realize her true power, she begins to fly, and as she flies, she just does incredible things. She stops a bomb, an atomic bomb. One thing they showed on here, Ronan. I don't know if you remember him from the other movies, the Guardians of the Galaxy. He was on there, and he seemed like he was gonna be a badass, but I think he got killed. This movie doesn't get killed, but they really don't use his potential. He's kind of shown as, like, I guess he's the enforcer. And at one point, Jude Law calls him once he realizes that Captain Marvel has in fact found out that she's fighting on the wrong side. He calls Ronan in for backup. But by that time Ronan gets there, Captain Marvel has already realized her potential, and she's just kicking ass everywhere. And once he sees just how powerful she is, then he turns around with his fleet. There comes a point where she goes back to the Earth, and she finds Jude Law's character. They go to like a western. They walking towards each other, and he has his gun and his shield, and she has her photon blast fist, and they go face to face. He tries to use psychological trick on her and said he want to fight her hand to hand, and that she got to prove to him that she's the better warrior, and she don't fall for that. She blasts him. Doesn't kill him. She puts back into the spaceship and sends him with a message back to the home planet where the Kree live, and to tell their leader, which is some type of artificial intelligence. I forgot the name they call it, but basically it's some type of super smart machine, and it taps into your psyche whenever you go in there and visit it, and whatever form you put in your mind, that's what form it projects whenever you go in there and it talks to you. But anyway, she sends him back to tell the artificial intelligence that she's going to come there, she's going to take care of this war, she's going to get on the right side of this war, and that she's going to handle business. She says her goodbyes. She agrees to help the Skrulls find a place to live, and she flies off with them, and that's basically how the movie goes off. Nothing super fantastic like or super action packed like Infinity War, but it was a decent origin story. I don't complain about it. One thing I did like, it taught us, first of all, the origin story. It showed us how Nick Fury lost his eye because there's a cat on there, but the cat is actually an alien, and we don't see its true form or shape until the middle of the movie. And the alien is actually the thing that causes Nick Fury to lose his eye. When it scratches it, I guess it infects it or does something, he's not able to use it anymore. That's how it happens. Some people I've heard on YouTube don't like it, some do. I thought it was okay. I didn't have a problem with it one way or the other. But overall, again, I want to say I give this movie a 7, possibly an 8. I'm debating on whether I'm going to see it again. But the end credits, there's 2 end credits. First one, very interesting. Second one, if you're a true fan and you just want to stay there, got time to kill, you can stay and watch it, but it's not wasted. In my opinion, it's not worth your time staying. Basically, the cat just coughs up the Tesseract like a cat coughs up a hairball. But the first end scene credit, we have a clip out of the Endgame. They're at the Avengers lab. It's Captain America, It's Black Widow. It's David Banner, and it's one more person. Who was it? It was Rhodey. It was Rhodey, yeah, Rhodey. War Machine. They're in the lab and they're talking, and they have the beeper that Samuel Jackson had at the end of Infinity War, that he was pressed the button to call for help from Captain Marvel, and all of a sudden it's flashing, but it just stops. In comes War Machine Rhodey. He says, "Look, the beeper, for whatever reason, is powered down. It's not flashing anymore. What should we do?" So they run back to the lab where the beeper is at, and it's surrounded by 6 or 7 blue canisters. Don't know what those blue canisters are. I'm thinking possibly it might be maybe the ashes of some of their colleagues once the snap was done. I don't know. I'm not sure what's in there. That's just what came to my mind, that they maybe collected the ashes of certain ones. Could be. I could be off. Not sure. But anyway, Black Widow is like, we got to get it back on because I want to know who is that signal going to. And as she turns around, Captain Marvel's there, and she asks, "Where is Fury?" It was a cool moment. It ties into Endgame, and then at the end it says in the caption, "We will see Captain Marvel in Endgame." So Captain Marvel is definitely going to have an appearance in Endgame. I can tell you she's extremely powerful. That photon blast, whatever she has, it takes you out. She seems to have super strength, super speed. She can fly. Haven't seen anything that really tested her strength, but I know that she's strong. She's very strong-willed, very determined. So it's going to be interesting interaction to see how strong she is, how strong they make her into the in the next movie, in the Endgame. That's basically all I have for that. Please, again, subscribe, press the button at the bottom, follow me. I look forward to building a relationship and talking more about different shows as they come along. I'm very excited to see Endgame next month. And until I talk to you again, see you next time.